Hello everyone. In previous lecture we discussed about the clinical pathology, scope of clinical pathology and the gastric analysis. Today we are going to discuss urine examination. But why pathologists are suggest for the urine examination? Because urine analysis helps us to find out metabolic or endocrine disturbances of the body, to detect the intrinsic condition that affect the urinary tract or the kidney, and to give information about various abnormal conditions like certain substances like protein, sugar, acetone, related substances, bile and hemoglobin appears in the urine only in pathological condition. But what is a urine? Actually, urine is a fluid containing water soluble waste product absorbed and filtered from the bloodstream by the kidney. And normal urine consists of approximately 95% of water and remaining organic constituent. Organic constituent like urea, uric acid, creatinine, and inorganic constituent and inorganic constituent like sodium, potassium, chloride, calcium, phosphate, and the composition is varies depending on the blood and fluid intake. Urinary system consists of following parts. First is a kidney. Kidney is the most important, and we know about the anatomy and physiology of kidney. Kidney secretes urine and ureter through which urine passes from kidney to bladder. Bladders stores of urine and urethra through which urine is discharged from the bladder. So we are going to study about the analysis of urine. So you must know about the anatomy and physiology of kidney. Here is a picture of urine formation process, and this urine formation process, urine secreted by kidney, but nephron is a functional unit of the kidney, and the nephron consists of the glomerular or Bowman's capsule, proximal convoluted tubule. See the picture, here is a labeling of glomerular capsule, efferent arteriole, proximal convoluted tubule, glomerulus, afferent arteriole, collecting duct, loop of nephron, loop of Henle, etc. And these are important because of the process in which the urine formation is occur. First is a glomerular filtration. In glomerular filtration, in which water, salt, nutrient molecules and waste molecules move from the glomerulars to the inside of glomerular capsule, and these small molecules are called as a glomerular filtrate. Next is a tubular reabsorption. In tubular reabsorption, nutrient and salt molecules are actively reabsorbed from the proximal convoluted tubule into the peritubular capillary network, and water flows passively. Next is a tubular secretion. In tubular secretion, certain molecules are actively secreted from the peritubular capillary network into the distal convoluted tubule, and reabsorption of sodium from the distal convoluted tubule and water to the collecting duct and under normal condition. And here is a distal convoluted tubule, the urine formation processes occur in which water, salts, urea, uric acid and ammonia passes through the ureter. This is a very important process of urine formation. You must know about the kidney and anatomy of kidney and physiology of kidney. Go through your 12th standard book. Next is a composition of normal urine. Composition of normal urine. Urine is a water containing water soluble waste product removed from the blood by kidney. Normal urine consists of about 95% of water, and remaining is made up of urea, uric acid, creatinine, calcium, phosphate, ketone, etc. Then the normal volume of the urine is 600 ml to 2500 ml per hour and average volume of urine is 1200 ml. Specific gravity is 1.003 to 1.030. Reaction, it will be acidic. Acidic range between 4.7 to 7.5 and average pH of urine is 6. Total solids content in urine is 30 to 70 gram per liter. Next is the types of urine sample used for analysis. First sample used for the urine analysis is first midstream morning sample. Means first stream, midstream, morning samples urine and routinely used for investigation. Then second sample is fasting urine sample. In fasting urine sample, 7-hour first voided sample should be preserved or examined within 30 minutes of collection. Next sample is random sample. Random samples for urgent examination sample is collected at any time in 24 hours. Next sample is a 24-hour urine sample. In 24-hour urine sample, after the time of the next day at the same timing, that is after 24 hours, collect the urine sample in container with required preservatives. Then next sample is postprandial urine sample. In postprandial urine sample collected after 2 hours of glucose intake or lunch. In between, patient should not pass any urine. These are the 5 types of urine sample. Then we are going to start urine analysis. Urine analysis based on 3 types. First type is a physical examination of urine. Second type is chemical examination of urine. And third one is a microscopic examination of urine. First is a physical examination of urine. Physical examination means the various aspects studied for the physical examination of urine are volume, color, appearance, odor, reaction, pH, etc. The normal volume of urine is between 600 to 2000 ml and abnormal is more than 2500 ml or less than 500 ml. In polyuria condition, the urine volume is increases, means more than 2500 ml. If the urine is more than 2500 ml, the polyuria is occur, and the urea is less than 500 ml, the oliguria is occur. Oliguria is the decreases in 24-hour urine secretion less than 500 ml, and this anuria means the complete suppression of urine. It means complete suppression. Suppression means low suppression of urine in which high fluid intake. Then next is a color. Normal color of urine is pale yellow to dark amber, and abnormal color is yellow dark, yellow to orange, white, pink, red, blue to green, brownish black, and these colors are due to the yellow dark yellow color due to the jaundice, red color due to the hemoglobin or red cells present into the urine sample, blue color due to the presence of bilirubin and due to the some infections, and a brownish black color due to the melanin, means malignant melanoma is present to the patient. Next is the appearance. Appearance of urine is must be clear, but in abnormal condition the appearance of urine is cloudy. If any infection due to the any bacteria or pathogen, due to the urine color abnormal is cloudy. Next is odor. Mostly odor of normal urine is sweet or fruity smell because of ketone body present into the urine, but abnormal odor is musty odor or pungent smell due to the excessive diet of carbohydrate or protein intake, the odor is depend on the diet. Next is a pH. Normal urine pH, average pH is acidic, between average pH is 6, but abnormal is below 4.2 or alkaline. Urinary tract infection caused by Escherichia coli resulted in acidic pH. Because of Escherichia coli result in acidic urine, and acidic urine below the 4.2, and urinary infection caused by Proteus and Pseudomonas, it may be produce alkaline urine. Two different types of bacteria produce two different types of condition. One is acidic due to Escherichia coli and alkaline due to Pseudomonas. Next is a chemical examination of urine. Chemical examination of urine. The routine urine analysis include chemical testing for protein, glucose, ketone bodies, occult blood, bile pigment, bile salts, etc. We start to study one by one. First is a test for protein. In test for protein, first bisulfosalicylic acid. 3% of sulfosalicylic acid when added to urine precipitated protein if present. If turbidity is present, it will be positive test, and if no turbidity, the test will be negative. Second test is by heat test. Addition of glacial acetic acid precipitate protein if present in the urine. If precipitate is present due to the phosphate, the precipitate is present in urine, but the test take 5 ml of urine and heat the upper portion. If turbidity develop, and add 2 to 3 drop of glacial acetic acid. If the turbidity due to phosphate, it will be clear out. But the turbidity due to the something else, the turbidity remains as it is. If the turbidity remains as it is, adding of glacial acetic acid, the test will be positive, and if there is no turbidity, the test is negative. The test, if it is positive, the person having proteinuria because of defect in urine reabsorption process of the tubules, glomerular damage in which the capillary gets more permeable and large molecular weight protein get extracted. If the capillary wall gets more permeable, means able to permeate, and large molecular weight protein get excreted through the permeable wall. And glomerular proteinuria occurs in glomerulonephritis, hypertension and lipid nephrosis. In diminished tubular reabsorption, if the diminished of tubular reabsorption, low molecular weight protein are not completely reabsorbed, and hence they are present in urine. The secondary effect of kidney like dehydration, intestinal obstruction, and the post-renal condition of lesion of renal pelvis, bladder, prostate, urethra. In this condition also proteinuria are occur. Next is a test for glucose. In test for glucose, the Benedict reagent are used. The reagent color is a blue, and if the reagent color are changed, the sugar concentration level detect. In this test, we need 8 drop of urine and 5 ml of Benedict reagent and heat together up to 5 to 10 minutes. If blue color is present in urine, sugar is absent, but the color is changed green to slight yellow, in trace amount of glucose is present. If color is green and thick yellow, the concentration of sugar it will increases. If color is yellow and orange, the more glucose present in the urine, and the detectable amount of sugar in the urine is called as a glycosuria. Detectable amount of sugar is urine is called as a glycosuria. The normal renal threshold for glucose is 160 to 180 mg per dl. The main reason of glycosuria is hyperglycemia. Hyper means high. Hyperglycemia, that is a elevated blood sugar level. The diabetes mellitus is the most common cause of the glucose. Increases glucose level, blood sugar level. The cause is diabetes mellitus is the most common cause. Next one, test for bile salt. In test for bile salt, the urine and sulfur powders are used. If the urine powder shrink at bottom, the bile is present, and if the float on a surface, the test is absent because of the bile salts. When present, it lowers the surface tension in the urine. If the bile salts is present, it lowers the surface tension behind the region, and when sulfur powder is added on the surface of urine, it sinks to bottom in case of normal urine, and sulfur powder floats on the surface of urine. The next test is a test for bile pigment. In bile pigment test, we used a urine sample and add barium chloride plus 3 to 4 ml of urine and its centrifuge, and discard the supernatant to the precipitate and 2 drop of Faucet's reagent. Supernatant are discarded and the precipitated into add Faucet's reagent. If color change to green, the test is present, means bile pigment are present in urine. If change, no color change, the test will be absent. Because of barium chloride reagent is added to urine, it reacts with sulfate radicals and precipitate of barium chloride is formed. If bile pigment is present, they will adhere to these large molecules. Ferric chloride present in Faucet's reagent, then it oxidized yellow bilirubin in presence of trichloroacetic acid to green bilirubin. This is the reaction of test for bile, and these tests are important, the test for bile salt and test for bile pigment, because of determination of bile salt and bile pigment in useful to diagnosis of jaundice. Next test is a test for ketone. In test for ketone, use urine sample plus Rothestra powder and liquid ammonia. If pink color is appear, the ketone present in urine, and if no color, the ketone is absent into the urine. Because of inadequate supply of carbohydrate in diet or defect in carbohydrate metabolism, the body tends to utilize increased amount of fatty acid, so that intermediate product, ketone is an intermediate product in the blood, also increased. These are the acetone, diacetic acid, etc. The principle of nitroprusside used in this test react with both acetone and acetoacetic acid. The Rothestra powder are replaced from the nitroprusside used also, because of the nitroprusside and Rothestra powder is function is a little bit same. Then in this test you can use also nitroprusside powder. Then the presence of ketone body in urine is known as a ketonuria. Ketonuria is a diabetes mellitus is the most common disorder. It occurs apart from the pathological condition, it occurs in fasting fever, vomiting and starvation of also. Test for blood. The term occult blood. What is the occult blood? Occult means hidden. The test is capable to determine hemoglobin present in urine, not blood present in urine. Hemoglobin present in urine means protein. Globin means protein. Iron protein present in urine. And these tests are following to pinch of benzidine powder, add 2 to 3 drop of glacial acetic acid, again add 2 ml of H2O2 and mix well and urine. If faint grain color is present, in trace amount of hemoglobin present in urine. If color change is occur green, the more than trace amount hemoglobins are present. If greenish blue color is present, the concentration of hemoglobin is increases. If blue color is present, more hemoglobins are present in urine. If deep blue color is occur, the more and more hemoglobin present in blood, urine. Next is the presence of red blood cells in urine is termed as hematuria, which is due to renal disease like acute infection, chronic glomerular nephritis, trauma to kidney, or toxic damage to glomerulus. Presence of hemoglobin in urine, hemoglobinuria, which is due to the poisoning of snake venom. Hemoglobinuria is due to the poisoning of snake venom. This is the chemical test for the urine examination like protein, ketone, bile, blood, etc. Now we proceed to microscopic examination. Microscopic examination, the after centrifugation of urine, the sample of drop urine sediment, not supernatant, urine sediment is observed under the microscope, which will help the diagnosis of numerous renal disorders like any infection or RBCs present in blood or etc. Now we are going to see one by one. First is a epithelial cells. Normally 2 to 5 HPF can be present in urine. More than the which different types like tubular, transitional or squamous, it suggests to pyelonephritis or acute tubular necrosis, the intoxication. These are kidney or it also salicylate intoxication and kidney transplant rejection. The next one is a pus cell. Pus cells are normally it is present, but more number of indicate the urinary tract infection. RBCs, red blood cells are not usually present in normal urine. Blood in the urine can come from condition like infection, inflammation or injury to urinary tract. Next is a crystal. In normal urine sample, crystals are absent. Cholesterol crystals seen in lipid nephrosis and sulfonamide seen in kidney damage by blocking the tubules. These are the crystals. The two crystals are seen in two different conditions. Cholesterol crystals seen in lipid nephrosis and sulfonamide seen in kidney damage by blocking tubules. Next is a bacteria. Bacteria is usually not seen in urine sample. It is seen in urinary tract if infection is occurring in a urinary tract. With the help of this examination, physical examination, chemical examination, microscopic examination, pathologists reach to the final conclusion which disease occur due to this condition. If the ketone is increases, if the protein is increases, which condition is occur. These conditions are detected with the help of this examination. That's why the analysis of urine or examination of urine is important. Today I stop here. Thank you.